I'm going to touch on an issue that should be a much larger problem than it is in the goat world, and that people just seem to turn a blind eye to. And that is giving CDT a disbudding. So many people do it, like all of the breeders I know. Breeders that have been breeding for years and years. And I'm sure it works until your goat gets tetanus. Before I get into that, most goat owners give CDT at disbudding. CDT is, C&D stands for Clostridium perfringens type C&D. It's basically just enterotoxemia or overeating disease. In this video we're going to ignore it, but that's what the C&D is in CDT. CDT is usually given for the T, which is tetanus, and it's given around times of high risk for tetanus, such as disbudding. CDT is a vaccine. This means it is a toxoid. What a toxoid does is it introduces the virus to a goat's system, and it kickstarts the process by which a goat makes the antibodies. Because when the goat gets the actual virus, they start creating antibodies for it, but they can't make them fast enough, and then the virus takes over their body. But when you give them that vaccine, it's a small enough dose of the virus that they can make the antibodies and completely fight it, and it's a non-issue. And then they'll be able to fight the virus if they actually get it. The problem is people give this the same day as disbudding. The antibodies are not created until at least 2 or 3 weeks after you give the vaccine. So you're basically just, if anything, adding to the issue. Vaccines don't do anything to prevent a virus for several weeks. And by that time, they're not at risk for tetanus anymore. And the solution is really obvious. You just give a tetanus antitoxin at disbudding. An antitoxin just fights the disease for a few weeks while they're at risk. This is not to say the CDT vaccine is bad, it's just not going to prevent tetanus for a few weeks. So if you are going to give your CDT vaccine to kids, give it a few weeks after disbudding.